Okay, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep everything I said in the last part, because I just went through some bullshit getting it to connect to my fucking account. Um, Fun fact, if the game glitches out and doesn't let you fucking sign in normally, uh, when you first start, you have to fucking link it to a dummy account, unlink it from that, deletes everything on your fucking PlayStation, and then you fucking link it to your account proper. That is old school account fuckery. I expect that kind of shit from EA, not people with infinite money.
Wise, come check this out.
But
What's
fine,
that?
whatever.
14th Street.
I'll reiterate
Think
pretty
you've
much
mentioned
everything
it
I said in my last part,
Give me a
because I
sec.
don't feel like
Yeah, in the Janus
editing
quarter.
everything
Zane's
into this
already
part.
breached the level 3
Because,
controls.
let's be honest, that's
Yeah.
annoying as
Public
shit, and
security
no one
were
wants to
conducting
see
a
that
manhunt
anyway.
over there today. Evacuations may not be going as expected.
So you're saying?
Again, I'm a
We should
bit
get
late
ready.
on this.
We'll be seeing some business
I've been
coming
working
our ways.
overtime, I didn't get to play it on release day. It doesn't really matter, let's be honest.
Cool. Now we play the waiting game.
I'm kind of curious about whether or not all the trailers were done by a separately hired promotional department as opposed to the people who actually made the game, because those trailers were both stylish and sporting some high-tech animation work. See, I remember this from the fucking announcement, although the lighting seems to be a bit worse, because I'm guessing this is in-game as opposed to pre-rendered like the other ones were, so I don't know. But also, there are some other things that I'll complain about in a minute. My impression of the game so far is a little mixed. Obviously, I had a really bad first impression with the login system, and my second impressional, influential, the second thing that leaves a bad taste in my mouth is I'm really not a fan of this graphic novel kind of story dispensation. It's the kind of thing that you usually get when cutscenes are the final part to get added to the game, and they run out of time or budget to actually make them. Because even in-game cutscenes where characters are just kind of like, think of like the cutscenes you get in Yakuza or Persona that aren't like the fully rendered ones, the ones where the characters kind of just stand around and have text bubbles above their heads, even those kind of like boilerplate in-game cutscenes would be like fairly easy to make. But, and again, it's not like they like fucking threw in the towel for these. They're obviously all hand-drawn, or at the very least drawn over in-game assets, so there's a bit more production value going on here, but it just feels like it doesn't have a lot of impact. And while the voice acting is good, the tonal direction of the dialogue is like very corny and Saturday morning cartoon, so it doesn't come off with like a good feel, you know? Shadow Warrior did this kind of fucking like, you know, graphic novel style storytelling, but it was only for the in-between parts of levels, and it was all stuff that happened before the game. It was like the myth before the events of the game to tell you why you're doing all this in the first place. Tales of Arise is a much more like close comparison, but that was obviously because, you know, they didn't have the budget for fully fleshed out cutscenes for most of the conversations, and they didn't want the characters to just stand there talking at each other without any actual movement. And it was all made with in-game assets in that one. There were no, like, fucking hand-drawn things, so it was obviously, like, the best they could do as opposed to the intention from the start. Whereas this feels more like a direct, intentional, like, we're going for this kind of look, and I don't think it really, like, it doesn't feel like it fits very well. Because you're lingering on each panel to wait for the characters to finish talking, and it just feels very stilted and awkward. Especially since the trailers were all very animated and full of life and like constantly in motion. It was like this thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing. Whereas this is like, we're stopping every 5 seconds. I don't know, it feels weird. I'm also not really feeling the slapstick. It's even less effective in fucking stop motion, essentially.
It bounced off. This glass must be tough. Damn, I knew it wouldn't be that easy. This
Reinforced bulletproof glass. The cunning hairs. Job agency. Why? Why would you steal from the Red Fang gang? My men went through so much trouble to...
You stole the strongbox from the Institute. Hey, don't make it sound like we're the bad guys.
We're all trying to get by on the same
Yeah, like, I don't...
streets.
This tone is so fucking weird.
Sorry, but it's not public security that commissioned us. And also,
Of course it is. Why don't you just that I'm willing to exchange it for your lives?
so you need the whole gang armed and ready to handle 3 people? This is the Silver Tears? It's even weirder than the rumors.
Yeah...
Wait, is that a flashbang? Correct. It's a GS2 high lumen military.
Oh yeah, I
flashbang.
may want to keep
The
in my
blast is
rant
quite
about
strong.
flashbangs. Or yeah, fuck it, I'll just reiterate it. Yeah, pop culture goes way too easy with flashbangs. Flashbangs in real life
Awesome.
fuck you up
Time to
hard
wake up,
and for a
Billy.
long time. They sometimes cause permanent eye and hearing damage.
What?
And if a flashbang goes off at point blank, you are not getting out of that unscathed. They fuck you up hard. And I feel like the fucking popular media doesn't appreciate that. Especially fucking higher grade military flashbangs, not like the ones law enforcement use.
So you
Like, they're not just some minor inconvenience or distraction. Like, that shit is really hard to deal with. And that doesn't really come across in a lot of video games and shows. Where it's like, it bothers you for
You've
5
made a
seconds,
mistake,
or it's a bright
mister.
flash that disorients your character a
aren't your
little
enemy.
bit. It's like, no, you're gonna be, like, fucked for minutes, if not, like, permanently.
Falcon 4 to Commander, we will repeat. We found the Red Fang gang. Awaiting.
Boss, it's the Air Force. That flashbang just now. It was to attract the helicopter.
You finally noticed? You can stay and fight us.
And this is like the
And then
second
get caught by
slash
public
third
security.
time I've seen this
Or
cutscene too. It doesn't fucking go down any smoother in subsequent
It's in
rewatches.
Hare's nature to avoid getting
At least the
caught.
character designs aren't
Don't
like
hold it against you.
obnoxious in the way that they sometimes are in these sorts of games. Like the overall style of the game I like. It's like a little bit Jet Set, a little bit fucking No More Heroes. It's like you want to say grunge, but it's not dirty enough for that. It's very clean. Like everyone's greebled up and like their weird fucking accessories, but no one's dirty, no one's disheveled. Like they're all very put together. And I have my preferences for art style, and I think this is fine for the most part. The thing it actually
Done
most
for.
reminds me of is fucking, what was it, Dora Dora? That fucking Darkest Dungeons porn game that you can't mention in polite company. It's probably the actual closest fucking comparison to this game, which is a weird thing to think about. Because that game is fucked up. Sorry, Donna, that's what it is. I don't know. I have a hard trouble with those fucking unconventional names. But yeah, a lot of my previous commentary about the game feel in this is probably, I'm gonna have to fucking touch on that again. In-game looks pretty good. Tight fucking movement, although inconsistent. You'll notice I can't do the fucking circle consistently. The character, like, does their fucking heel turn for their sprinting
Confirmed.
animation
We
when I'm
followed
trying
him
to do
to a
it.
hollow.
Which means
Let's
I
get
think the
going.
character, as long as you are moving, will get closer and closer to their top speed, which causes that to happen. You can't maintain the slow jogging speed because your character will just get faster and faster and faster and faster until they've reached their maximum velocity. So mixed feelings there. There doesn't appear to be any jump button at all, so I'm guessing this game for the most part will take place in an entirely 2D plane. I can take that or leave it. Which means the level design is probably going to be pretty simple. Dodges on X, again, I can take that or leave it. You can remap the controls in this game, but the controls are all pretty simple, so there isn't really any reason to. Attacking's on the face buttons in classic character action style, although not all of them, because the style switch, or rather character switch, and also parry, because this game does not appear to have a fucking character fucking parry or block. The only way you can parry from what I've seen is by switching to another character at the exact moment, but character switching is not convenient, there's a delay, and when the meter builds up for character switching, it forces you into a character switch, which I also don't like. Or that might just be a tutorial thing, but in its current incarnation, from what I can see, I'm not a fan of it. Heavy attack is restricted until the tutorial lets you. I've got mixed feelings, but the closest comparison I can think of right now is Nier Automata, although slightly cleaner than that. It does have one big problem with its combat, is that if you can tell by, like, I'm moving like left to right now, the instant I start attacking, I am locked into place on this enemy. Unless I press the dodge button, which doesn't cleanly dodge me around the enemy like you would expect it to, what it does is it dodges me straight to the left and not in an arc around the enemy like you would think it would do. Mobility in regards to dodging appears to exist only to break off an enemy. Like, say I'm like attacking. I don't like that either. I know it's a tutorial thing, but yeah. Anyway, like, say attack, dodge, attack. It doesn't dodge me around the enemy, it dodges me out from the enemy, which is not fantastic. So, like, say I want to... Your character does not dodge horizontally around them. They just go straight back in whatever direction is furthest away from the enemy they're fighting. So... not great. Also, your ability to swap between enemies is a bit like, because you're gonna keep, if you were attacking, you're gonna keep attacking the one guy for at least 4 or 5 more hits. So, mixed feelings about the combat. I'm sure I'll get a little bit more range going in, like, as I play more of the game, but I feel like there are some pretty basic, like, fucking quality of life things that should probably be addressed. Who knows? Maybe this is just a by the character fucking, you know, detail, and it'll be different the more characters I get access to.
Tracks,
But,
platforms.
and also, yes, I am not up to date on modern character action fucking, like,
Then this must be the Creed
characteristics and features, because all the character action games that I'm familiar with are old, with the exception of DMC5 and Nier Automata, and that's probably it for modern character action games. Everything else I would have been playing on, what, the PS2, fucking Xbox 360, maybe some PS3 ones. Depends on how you feel about Souls games being character action games. I would classify them as character action games, but only in the technical sense, not in the intent sense. They're not intended to be character action games. They just fall into that category based on technical, like, design, I guess.
Is at 96.4%. I will be making a voice log of my experience. Let it serve as evidence for future
I guess also
investigation
Hi-Fi
in case I
Rush, but
encounter
Hi-Fi Rush
turned
doesn't
into a
really
monster
fall
by
into the same
ether.
category as a lot of other ones, because it's highly, like, specific in its, like, theming.
And
Like, its
because we're
theming
on
influences
number
its
1,
gameplay to the
from my
nth
surroundings,
degree,
I can
so
confirm this is the old
it
Metro
following
Junction area of
standard
Creed
character
Hollow.
action conventions is not really its primary
The Metro
focus.
Hollow's terrain is inherently
The gold
complex.
standard
My chances
obviously
of
is
being
Devil May
rescued will be
Cry,
reduced by
that's, like,
37.8%
inarguable,
if I
but
don't consider
still.
my next step carefully.
I guess
If anyone
Yakuza is
doubts the
also a
nature of the
character
Hollow's
action
spatial
game, but that's...
distortions, please use my recording as proof of their danger. Please don't enter a hollow unless you are a professional investigator. Otherwise...
Yeah, also, this story is kind of bouncing straight off me. That's the problem with In Medias Res, is that I explained it previously as a video game. people in real life have conversations, like, say you're talking to your friend who lives in the same city as you, and you describe, like, you going out on the town to, like, a series of local places and the events you did there. You don't explain the backstory of the town and the buildings you went to and the history of the activities you did, because you live in the same city, you live in the same country, you have the same assumption of knowledge about the things that you did and the locations you went to. But a lot of video games will do that thing. They will explain it to you as if you, like, just immigrated that area and you don't have any established knowledge. And sometimes that is explicitly required because the concepts you're dealing with are so foreign that you wouldn't be expected to understand them intrinsically. But in most of the cases, they're analogs for things that exist in the real world. So you don't need that kind of narrative dispensation. But it's even worse when they do a combination of both, where it's like, they explain it, the fucking thing, but the explanation is stuff that you have no knowledge of. Like, it's like, ah, yes, we went to the thing, and we did the this, and all of this, etc., and they talk in a way that doesn't feel natural, but also the information they're giving you doesn't clarify anything, because it's information that requires even more contextualization to become, like, understood. And it's like, couldn't you just start me as a normal fucking person, like, learning how to do this shit? Cyberpunk, despite also being in medias res, does this fairly well because it has, you know, it lets you get up to speed with everything. Because while you do live in that world, you're also an outsider coming into this new location and having to be sort of dunked into the city and, like, given a rundown on how everything works. And it does feel weird to compare things to Cyberpunk in that regard. Also, last time I made a comment about the fucking clean-cut designs here and, like, these characters being cool, but not even remotely cosplayable at home for the average person. Which, again, fucking, despite being grungier and a little bit more gritty in the details, Cyberpunk characters kind of are more cosplayable because, yeah, like, I have essentially a replica of V's jacket. It's not the same. It's a different color and the design is different because I had it customized to, like, my person. Like, mine's white and red with the black accents rather than being, like, yellow and fucking blue, like V's is. Or is it fucking brown? I don't remember. But, like, I essentially made a Cyberpunk cosplay if I were a character in the Cyberpunk universe. Partially because I was going to do a fucking thumbnail and I wanted to get as good a reference as possible so that I could draw it, but I ended up not doing that. My Cyberpunk Let's Play has been delayed like 2 years. I'll get around to it eventually. I'll get around to finishing fucking Daemon X Machina, like all this shit. When I'm not being hounded at work and fucking getting my ass kicked by any number of things and or people.
The Starlight Knights! Wait! Put your blade down!
I also don't know how I feel about this either. I think I would literally rather just be standing in an overworld hub or something, talking to this dude as a character on the level. And his fucking dial, like, he could be doing the animations he's doing right now, just be doing them on the level while my character is standing right next to him. I don't feel like I really get anything by both the characters standing here, like, kind of just looking at the screen. And yes, I understand how incredibly ironic that is coming out of my fucking 2-bit virtual avatar instead of a webcam of my person. But, you know, needs must.
I'm glad you're okay, Billy.
I guess ironic isn't the right word, hypocritical, but, you know. I've never said that I have integrity.
I told you I'm me.
I'm willing to be incredibly hypocritical if it suits my needs. Plus, this doesn't matter. So calling me out on that is kind of, you know, extraordinarily petty.
But will she be willing to pay for the help? You know how Nicole is.
Based on Nicole's tight-fisted spending habits, I'd say your original analysis is likely correct.
Damn. Now you've got me worried. Let's not get carried away. We have to work together as usual. You take the front, and I'll provide fire support from behind.
Right.
Why would you put spurs on a handgun? That's so stupid. Yeah, days. Nothing will ever irritate me more than the stagger system becoming the primary mechanic of the modern video gaming era. I really, really dislike the stagger system. I don't think this is like, I don't think I can espouse upon this enough, but the stagger system irritates me so much. I don't want it to go away. I don't even want it to like fucking stop being included in the majority of video games. Like, I just want it to stop being the primary method of damaging enemies. I don't like do an attack that does no damage, do an attack that does no damage, do an attack that does no damage, crumple the enemy, and then stand there hitting it for however long to do damage, and then repeat a fucking thing over and over again until the enemy is dead. Like, crumpling and staggering should be a reward for doing something intelligent, or getting your timing right, or getting a good string, or fucking utilizing your resources correctly. It should not be, I hit the enemy 9 times, now it does its arbitrary stagger animation, and I can do actual damage to it, and then it goes back to being a sponge. That should not be how enemies take damage. Obviously, one of my biggest irritations with this was fucking Armored Core 6, in which, aside from the jobbers, every single fucking enemy in Armored Core 6 takes almost no damage from your regular weapons until you arbitrarily stagger it through either repeated gunfire or hitting it with a heavy attack, and then finally it takes normal damage from your weapons, and it either dies or it locks back up and you have to stagger it again. I feel like I'm living in a world where everyone has gone insane around me, that everyone says this is some genius gameplay mechanic and isn't the most aggravating fucking thing in the world. Okay, also, doubling up on my fucking complaints about this character, when I hold the fucking right button, he does a sideways attack and then dodges to the side. This is almost what I would want from a fucking like strafing. What I want is for him to literally just run sideways and shoot forward at the same time. I don't understand necessarily the purpose of him aiming to the like that, okay? Where he aims to the side. I also like, I guess the idea is there's an enemy next to you, dodge left and attack the enemy to your side. But he's actually, if you're looking at it, attacking behind him, not actually to the right, because he's aiming slightly to the back there. It feels weird and highly contextual when you would actually want to use that. What I would actually like him to do is just move to the left or around in an arc around the target while, like, Barrett is a good example of this in Final Fantasy Remake, is hold the fire button and while moving to the side, attack the enemy. Phantasy Star Online 2 has the same problem with the Gunner class in its classic mode, in that if you are attacking, you are rooted into place with the fucking guns. This is something they actually fixed in New Genesis, where if you play Gunner and you attack with the fucking guns, you can walk around an enemy while you shoot at them. Basically, you want casual dodging. I also noticed there is a fucking, like, walk into attack if you go into sideways into the fucking thing. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. The point is, I'm not a huge fan of... I also don't like this very much. I understand why it exists, but I would rather it just come down to my own personal timing rather than the game fucking throwing a big icon up on the screen and then being like, switch now! Do it now! Now is the optimal time to switch! Do it! It's like, how about you just let me, like, do it when I want to do it? Like, I understand, but it's still... Because you want to get your dynamic moment, you want to get your fucking, you know, character, like, you do it right now. It's like, these are jobber enemies. It also doesn't really make sense to have the switch up while you're fighting, like, a singular enemy. That feels like something you want to save for groups. Maybe you want to save for, like, better positioning. Like, it feels a little fucking BlazBlue tag team just press the button to have the enemy or the other player jump in and like fucking completely trivialize the fight, but also not be very, you know, fun or satisfying.
I'll aim for your weak spot.
I could take it or leave it. If it was not something that paused the fight and forced me to press a button to continue the fight that makes me switch to a character when I might not necessarily want to. But then also, it doesn't seem like these characters have a lot of complexity in their, like, movesets. So it, rather than it being, you know, your character has, you know, like, press, you know, button, button, button to do round trip or a stinger or fucking whatever. You press button, button, switch to do X version of combo with alternative character, kind of like the string attacks in Rebirth, with, like, your team-up attacks. Like, yeah, but it seems like they just do the same attack regardless of what the previous attack was in that string, so it's not like they're being called in as a striker to do a certain, like, you're not ending a combo with the fucking tag team to do a specific attack, you're just getting the switch attack every time. It's like when you do a transformation attack in Bloodborne, or, like, except even that, like, if you did backdash into fucking transformation, you were gonna get a different attack than if you just did normal attack into transformation, or just raw transformation on its own. Like, it doesn't feel like the directional inputs change what attack you're getting out of it, as opposed to if it was incorporated as part of a combination. It seems like the switching is the combination, rather than it being tied to whatever attacks you were doing previously. Which is what I would prefer. Also, I already complained about not being able to use my headphones. You've probably heard mention of my fucking purple cat ear headphones. Brookstones, by the way. They are very worth the money. Or, well, I don't know if they're worth the money now. I've heard they've gotten more expensive. Mine were $10 when I bought them, because I bought them before they were popular. No smugness intended. Unfortunately, I'm stupid, and I didn't put them in their case as much as I probably should have, and the ear protectors, or the ear pads, are, like, the fabric on them is degrading a little bit, unfortunately. Assuming the quality of the product has not decreased in the amount of time since I fucking first bought them. Okay, what the fuck is up with that mouse pointer?
Yep. Looks like
It keeps hanging around in the corner of the screen and moving without my fucking input. It's very
I don't
weird.
think this guy has any
But anyway, those headphones were really good when they came out. I think they still are. Mine have held up pretty well, even though I haven't, like, been the most, like, careful of owners regarding them. Which is weird, because I fucking bought them to replace my previous headset, which I fucking adored. And I was really careful about this headset, for the first however long of its lifespan. But then for some reason, I just stopped doing so at some point. I don't know. I've become a lot more bitter and jaded over the years, so that might be it.
His consciousness is still holding on.
Also, the PlayStation does not allow fucking third-party Bluetooth headsets, or actually, it doesn't appear to allow Bluetooth headsets of any kind, from what I can tell, which is weird because the box advertises a wireless headset, but what the fuck do I know? Maybe it has to be Turtle Beach or, like, first party or something, but I tried connecting a Bluetooth headset to it and it wouldn't let me, so
Damn it.
Are the MiHoYo games connected in narrative in any way, or are they all just unique properties? Because they all seem to have these weird void monsters in them. Which normally I'd be all for, because, you know, Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts actually is kind of what I was hoping this game would play like. Specifically Kingdom Hearts 2. Because Kingdom Hearts 2 is still far and away the best Kingdom Hearts game, and always has been, and probably always will be. While fucking Days and Birth by Sleep aren't bad, they're not as good as Kingdom Hearts 2, and I would arguably say every Kingdom Hearts game going forward has been worse than the previous one. You could make an argument that Birth by Sleep is better than Days. If you're talking about before it got ported off the PSP, yeah, Birth by Sleep is still probably better than Days, But Dream Drop Distance isn't better than Birth by Sleep, and Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't better than Dream Drop Distance. So, fucking... I just don't like Kingdom Hearts 3, in case you didn't notice. I dislike the way it plays, and I don't like anything about its narrative, and I think generally it's just a worse game overall than, like, most of the previous ones. Fucking... Kingdom Hearts 1 doesn't hold up very well. It was really good when it came out, but it fucking aged really badly. Kingdom Hearts 2 does hold up very well, because it was really good when it came out, and it's still really good now, which is awesome. In fact, Kingdom Hearts 2 has gotten better over time, so that's fucking cool. Okay, so you have to be closer. Also, I'm not a huge fan of there being no block or fucking parry system outside of switching between your guys.
Let's clear him out.
It is weird how much this feels like playing as fucking the goddamn machine gunner class in fucking Phantasy Star Online 2. It's weird. I noticed you can take damage on your character as they are running away from being swapped out, which is interesting. It makes me wonder... Well, it makes me fucking think about several things.
Stand still.
Confirmed.
If I sound overly bitter, I don't actually dislike this game at all. I'm just extremely critical about game feel, especially in character action games, because I feel like more than anything, how the game plays and feels in a character. Can I get this fucking... Oh, it's tied to the fucking mouse pad, or the fucking touchpad? Jesus Christ, that's terrible. This isn't a fucking MMO. But yeah, how the game feels is really, really important in a fucking character action game. It may be the most important thing. And this game feels weird. It feels really fucking weird. Like, it's got a lot of good things going for it, but it also has a lot of really, really irritating things going for it, and I'm having trouble fucking reconciling those two things in my brain. Because I'm very, very, very particular about melee combat in fucking a lot of games like this.
The leader of the Red Fang Gang is thought to have fallen into the hollow and is yet to be brought to justice. The head of public
The question
security
then
has
also
refused
becomes,
to
how much of
comment.
this game is going to be, like, active combat, and how much of it is going to be, like,
Is on the way. Please,
let's not say
stay away
side
from
content,
14th
but
Street. We'll continue to follow this breaking story.
non-confrontational gameplay. Like, talking to characters, fucking solving puzzles maybe, doing weird resource stuff, exploring, you know, Persona stuff, let's say. How much is going to be that? How much is going to be this? Hey, I recognize that face.
I need a proxy's help.
From what I've seen
now.
of the game, I don't know, 60-40 split maybe? I don't know how long this initial, like, content drop for the 1.0, 1. Whatever release of the game is going to be. Logic dictates it's going to be the smallest portion of the game overall, because usually with these longer running sort of like either live service or structured like an MMO but not actually an MMO video games, the 1.0 main release is always the smallest portion, assuming it doesn't die in its fucking first few years of infancy. Like, think of Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, whatever. What's there might be a large chunk of game, but in the grand total of the game, once it's, you know, been updated and continues on for a few years, it's going to be the smallest chunk. But the question is the chunk we're getting now small or is it going to be large? Or is it even going to be the complete, like, main game story? Like, because I'm assuming it's going to be
Get yourself into this time.
complete narrative, or at least complete arc, and then updates will be subsequent arcs, subsequent locations, etc., whatever. And I don't know how they're going to handle it. This does remind me a lot of Persona and Catherine Fullbody with this location. And it definitely looks good. I was kind of hoping for a creative character, but, you know, whatever. The character is voice acted, I shouldn't complain. It is weird. Tower of Fantasy is a weird one. Tower of Fantasy has a cutscene specific main character that only appears in cutscenes, despite the fact that the character is fully voiced regardless, and all the cutscenes are in-game cutscenes, but they don't use your custom character. It's so fucking weird. Your custom character is not used in the cutscenes in fucking Tower of Fantasy, despite the fact that there's no reason they shouldn't be. Oh yeah, I talked about it before. I was really surprised that it's actually modeled and not like a PNG, unless that's a really fucking good bump map or something. But no, it looked like there's parallax, those look like real models. I'm sure the textures are much lower out there than they would be if I were actually standing outside. Man, call me fucking insane if I fucking come back here later and this door just opens and it's not a loading screen. That would actually impress me a lot. Also, this poster on the left is really familiar, but I can't remember why. I don't think it's Princess Mononoke, but it gives me a Ghibli feeling. But yeah, if I walk up to it and it opens like this and the entire hub is loaded in like all the time, that would really impress me. But, you know, aside from that, this does remind me a lot of how my fucking house used to look back when we lived in Location Redacted. Fucking, in case I haven't talked about it before, I don't remember if I have. I used to live in Chicago, like the city of Chicago, the main city of Chicago, but when I was a kid, some dude got shot in front of me, like shot dead, when I was at the library with a babysitter, and my parents were like, fuck that, and they moved to a different location. And then we moved back to Chicago afterwards, but, you know, it was a problem.
I just checked. Doesn't look like there's anyone suspicious outside.
It was like, maybe we shouldn't live in a place where people get murdered in front of our infant children. Probably a bad idea, and one of the rare, intelligent parental decisions they made while I was growing up.
But I made sure nobody was tailing
Don't
me.
get me wrong, I like my parents a lot, but, and they've definitely gotten better as they got older, but they should not have been allowed to raise children. I want to say they did their best, but they really didn't. Which is probably evident by, like, my behavior and general disposition in life, but yeah, no, they, especially my mother, they should not have been allowed to raise children.
I know things been tight lately with the general election just around the corner.
Like, interacting with adult human beings, relatively competent. Interacting with children, especially fucking influencing them with behavioral traits and knowledge, no. Complete failure. I've been lashed before with a rawhide whip. It hurts.
They're really cracking down on proxies. They set up a hotline and...
I also have massive fucking materialism and kleptomania issues. What with having every single item I owned, bar like 5 fucking things, fucking taken from me, and in some cases burned, which has made me extremely selfish and greedy. To the point of, like, fucking paranoid hysteria, when it comes to fucking, like, territorial, like, fucking stuff. Like, I have no ability to trust other human beings.
So what's the hurry, Nicole? Which creditor
And
is
yeah,
chasing you this
sure.
time?
I was a shit when I was a kid. I was a fucking delinquent who set stuff on fire and got into fights all the time. And part of that was my upbringing environment. Part of that was, you know, just fucking, I was not a well-balanced child.
That's
But I
not
don't
it.
think the proper way
I
to
was
discipline
set
your
up like
child
public
is to
security
fucking,
and that
like,
angry reporter from
essentially
Breeder TV.
fucking leave them with, you know, a mattress, clothes, and literally nothing else as a fucking kid. As punishment. Because that just teaches them how to get really good at pickpocketing and fucking stealing things. And then hiding it in, like, their fucking walls and floor. So that they don't have, like, you know, anxiety
And
about
I
being in
need
a
to get back
completely
what
empty
I've been
room with nothing in
commissioned
it.
to deliver. It's an emergency, and you're the only ones who can help.
It's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have
don't you
known
make
how
a
to
rescue
lockpick
application with the
things or
Hollow
make
Investigative
napalm or
Association?
fucking, like, do all sorts of shit when I was a kid. Those probably aren't normal things to know when you're 5 years old.
Don't want to make us a target
But,
for the
you know,
association
whatever.
right now.
I guess
They
that
found
makes
we've
me a
been
good fit
involved
for
in
this
hollow
video
raiding.
game, huh?
We'll
Although
be in
these characters,
big
again,
trouble.
don't seem to be actually very, like, gritty or fucking, you know, they're street kids, but they don't look like street kids. They look like fucking particularly fashionable college dropouts.
And it'd take a small fortune to pay those greedy vultures off. But I can't just abandon my squad, right?
Leaving employees behind. That does sound a lot like Nicole's style.
Hey, don't be mean. I allocate a large portion of our revenue to the employee rescue budget. Look, all in all, my request is simple.
Yeah, I still think this would be better if we were just, like, the way they were standing in the room before this conversation started, with her leaning against the thing and him on the corner and my character standing next to them. I think I would really just rather have it be a conversation where I
All
have
you
a
need to worry
third-person
about is
view of the
getting my people
characters,
and my
and they
client's
talk
stuff
and they
out of the
emote if they
hollow
need to.
safely.
Like, I don't need to see all three of them facing the
don't accept
camera
basic
anyway. I can only
proxy
look at
work
one
now?
of them at a time, like if I want
Satan?
to focus on what they're doing. And the other characters
Finish
aren't
this
emoting
job,
while the main one
and
is
I'll clear
talking or
my
emoting,
entire bill
so there's
in
no
one
reason to have
go.
all three of them be on the main screen simultaneously. It just seems kind of pointless.
You've been dodging your bill for months, Nicole. Have you even considered the interest?
Fine. I'll give you a share of the commission payment. Does that
Yeah,
cover it?
money.
Yeah,
Speaking of
that
money,
sounds about right.
my fucking workplace back owes me like fucking what, $600 from fucking tips and shit. They must be garnishing my fucking tips. There's no reason.
There's no time to waste. I'll
Like-
be waiting for you in the hollow.
Say, even if I only got tipped like $10, $15 extra a night on the digital counter, right? If I'm only getting like, if it takes them like 6-8 months to fucking give me like $100, like, what the fuck is the rest of them? Like, where's the rest of the money going and shit? And like, I'm getting tipped sometimes like $30, $50 a night in some cases, but I'm only getting like fucking $30 every 4 fucking months on the digital system. It's like, it should be going way faster than that. Whoever's in charge of it's either skimming, or the company is garnishing it, or they just suck at their job. And all of those are
Did I
unacceptable.
hear something?
Specifically when money is being withheld from me.
No, I don't hear anything.
Don't push yourself, Nicole. Rest a while. We'll need your help to take EO somewhere close to the hollow later.
Oh, deploying your Bang-Boo double, huh?
Blah.
Okay.
Hey, can you tend to Nicole's wound? I'll go debug the HDD and help you with the prep work to infiltrate the hollow. Well then, let's get down to business.
Neat. I don't know what any of those things are. But yeah, if like, I'd been standing right, I don't know why. Okay, the character momentum's a little irritating. But I've been standing like right here. Like, I get a good view of both characters. She can still emote. He can still do his thing. The only thing I'm not seeing is my character's face. And that doesn't really matter. Because my character isn't emoting for shit. She didn't move at all during that entire conversation. This is a very Kingdom Hearts fucking icon, though. I will say the environmental detail's pretty nice. The fucking Atari and like all this shit. Frame rate seems to be a problem though. Specifically, is it looking from here to It must be loading and unloading the fucking outside area every time I fucking turn the camera. That's the only thing I could think of that would be causing that. Or maybe it's... Yeah, it's literally... every time I turn it in that direction. Okay, fine. But yeah, what was it? Mail. Oh, right, there was a fucking,
Can someone like me?
Oh, did everyone get that? Cool. That's a very Blaze Blue style character. With the fucking bolts and the manacles and everything. Cool, you just get her, like, outright. Sick. How do I fucking scroll that down? Oh, I have to click on it. Fair enough. I don't know what that currency is, but okay, cool. Oh, I didn't get the rest of them, huh? Notices. Oh, it straight up just takes you to a fucking browser. Yeah, okay, great. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay. Sure. Oh, it has an entire fucking thing on the menu. Interesting. Oh, it's got an unstuck. That's cool, I guess. This must all be, like, tertiary fucking crap. Because if I press this button, it doesn't fucking do anything. Alright, fine. I guess I'm still getting tutorialized. In case you're wondering what I'm eating, I am eating a sugar cookie. A very thick sugar cookie that I made a couple days ago. They're in a Tupperware, not fucking just leaving them out, you animals. That I made from some dough that I made a couple days before that I had put in the fridge because, well, A, you have to freeze sugar cookie dough before you use it, but also because I made a bunch of it and I didn't end up using it all the day that I made it. So I made it later, and they came out pretty well. Kind of thick. Bit more like shortbread than cookies, but still pretty good. And also, I already ate all the gingerbread ones. So, sugar cookies it is. Oh. Question. Oh, everything's locked. Fair enough. I kind of want to do... Like... Can I swap this? Fuck me. Yeah, I guess not. Stop doing that! I hate it when they do that. Can I turn that off? I hate that shit.
Hello? Can you hear me, Nicole? You can put EOS through now.
Reminds me of that fucking comic.
Okay. Right, little one.
I'll link it
Off
if
you
I
go
can.
then. Done. Fang Boo's on the way.
Well then. Can we begin?
See, these kind of cutscenes I'm fucking down with. I don't think they're gonna be the standard, though.
Huh? We're back here again? Damn, another fight? At the rate my ammo's depleting, I can say goodbye to my efficiency bonus.
Break open revolver. Always fun, although actually less effective than cylinder revolvers in terms of, like, the integrity of the gun. though they are much faster to reload.
Good work, all. It's a scarf-wearing talking bamboo.
Oh, you're Nathan!
Can't I just play the fucking game?
Great. I feel like my leg's pistons are gonna break.
So is he an android or is he a full-body cyborg?
Is that acceptable, Proxy? EOS needs some debugging anyway, so go take a load off. You and Billy can rest. I'll take
Did it
the first
even
watch.
matter what I fucking chose?
Whew, that was dangerous. It's crazy what a powerful monster that Red Fang dude mutated into. It's all thanks to you, Manager. You got us out of there in the nick of time. As expected from Phaethon.
I hate
Reliable
that.
as always.
Fucking...
A few more compliments like that, and I might just give you a discount. Really?
I think the proxy was just trying to be polite, Ambi.
Speaking of the commission fee,
So I'm a fixer,
I
huh?
thought with Faith
That
being so expensive, Nicole would have left us to fend for ourselves. I didn't think she'd actually hire you. If you hadn't come, I'm afraid we wouldn't have made it.
We
out
would have
of
never gotten
North
off if you hadn't
territory.
come.
Thanks for coming to the rescue.
Speaking of which, I've always wanted to ask you about that device in your store. You know, the one that lets you sync.
So is this
things
like
through and
fucking,
communicate in real time
what
within
is
the
it?
hollow.
Fucking, solo leveling where there are these like little pocket
That's some
dimensions or
serious
whatever?
tech.
Or is it
Even
just
public
like
security and the Hollow
a quarantine
Investigative
area?
Association can't do it. With a trump card like that, why didn't you just join the association? Whatever way you look at it, working with us Hollow Raiders has to be more dangerous than the profit is worth.
That sounds like an ethereal.
Ugh, so soon? I only just sat down.
We have to get out of here. Unless, Billy, you'd like to stay here forever? That
I
new
wish she would
Starlight
commit
Night
to
love you
either a
wanted.
flat
I
reading
guess I'll
or a
place it at your grave
fucking
next
like
year.
normal reading, because she's kind of bouncing between reading the lines flat and reading them with like inflection, and it just comes off as not sounding very good. Like, it seems like a person who is inexperienced with doing a flat reading trying to do a flat reading and kind of fucking it up a little bit.
Let's get moving. Follow me. Leave any combat along the way to us.
You just
I feel
focus
like
on
I'd
leading
prefer
the
this
way.
more if it was just the two
Of course,
characters
it'd
looking
be
down at
nice
that
if you
stupid
lent a hand
robot.
about-
I don't know, maybe that's just me. Oh, this is fucking weird.
I've located the closest exit. Take the path on the right, Belle.
Please, Manager, lead the way.
Okay, weird. This is strange.
Hang on. Let me scan the upcoming area. Fortunately, there are no ethereals on our tail. Keep pushing on to the exit. Hollow observation data. The more
Kind of like a fucking Human Revolution, like hacking minigame kind of thing. Although, that minigame I liked a lot more. Because you had to actually, like, think about it a little bit. Do I have, like, a certain number of moves? Or, like, what's the... Is there, like, a lack... Like, what? Why wouldn't you just fucking do all of them? Right? I don't understand this as a gameplay mechanic. It seems very weird. Blech.
Please, Manager, lead the way.
Okay, I don't care for the fucking thing going like, switch now, do it now, switch now, do it. Like, I don't really care for that.
Billy, go do some repairs. New enemies incoming. Don't let your guard down.
Envy, I'll cover you. Billy time.
Like, it feels like unnecessary to say the least. Is that a full heal?
What's that shaking?
Ethereals. They're catching
Oh,
up.
so that's the gimmick.
What should we do? Fight.
There's a limited amount of time.
It's cool. Just come with me.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense, because being able to do it with... Okay, every time I move, they move. That makes more sense, because if you were able to do it with impunity, it wouldn't really make a lot of sense
His track laying machine.
that, like, being able...
We
Like,
can
why
use this.
wouldn't you just do all the things then, right?
It'll be faster if we keep to the track.
Scanning for safety valve data. The system log shows that the valve is unlocked by inserting the preset amount of gear coins.
I'm curious.
Even in a hollow, they're seriously gonna charge a toll? Even if I agree, the Starlight Knights wouldn't agree!
Man.
And even if the Starlight Knights agreed, Nicole wouldn't agree! So take that!
Agent Billy detected. He is forcing the valve lock with the butt of his gun. Valve detected. Open. But Agent Billy has suffered partial damage to his hand's exoskeleton.
Ow!
That's not terrible.
Hurts!
So you can fucking take a strength check to open a door, or pay money to open it. Yeah, okay. Okay. That makes sense, at least. Still don't know how I feel about this, like, the entirety of this, you know, gameplay mechanic, but I'll figure it out.
I've got goosebumps. It's so powerful!
Okay, she continues to
Can you
take
even get
damage until she
goosebumps, Billy?
leaves. Okay.
It's a metaphor, alright? Let's just focus on the enemy.
Fracture.
Feel the ultimate Starlight!
Evade now.
I really wish there was a fucking parry, though.
Ether activity increased. Getting cranky. Watch out. Tickle. Pinch your maneuver.
Also, a dash fucking forward would help.
Let's clear him out! Starlight, shine bright!
His ability isn't very useful in terms of, like, focusing on one specific enemy. I'm guessing I'm not gonna get a chance to until I fucking get maybe a tertiary slot, or... Although I have a feeling it'll just be for, like, a story-relevant character. I'm probably not going to be able to be allowed to pick which characters I can use in story missions until I am playing them in what is the equivalent of a free mode later. Even though what characters I'm playing as in gameplay should not have any real bearing on the narrative, outside of, like, maybe the game just wants you to be using these characters as part of, like...
Manager?
I mean, just play with the fucking characters we give you for the thing, right? I don't know.
We keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. Roger that. But that's a wall in front of us! Smash it!
Is that Johnny from
Don't
fucking
worry.
Remake?
Just do what my sister says.
That voice.
It is a little weird that regardless of which character you're playing as, both of them are still present.
Seriously? Can you not jump onto my channel all of a sudden? You scared me.
Sorry. Since you're synced with a Bangbu, this is the only way we can communicate. Billy.
That's a terrible name, by the way.
Can you hear me? You know, space inside the hollows is totally distorted.
Okay, so it is like a little pocket
A way
dimension
out may
thing.
look like a dead end, but a dead end may also just be a dead end.
Thanks for the explanation, Ambi.
Anyways, our escape route after getting out has been arranged. You can trust us. Hey, Belle, you can cut the connection now.
Let's call it. Talk.
I'd rather it just literally be like, I'm hanging up now, bye.
It's gone quiet. It became a regular.
Reminds me of
Bangbu.
in Mass Effect, where it's like the council like, did you call us just to waste our time? And Shepard goes, you know it, and then hangs up. And like the conversation just ends. There's no actual conversation about what happened. The fact that there are no repercussions for that later in the game is hilarious to me.
Going straight forward.
Because
Brace
it's
for impact.
completely dissonant with the rest of the game. Especially since Shepard's already supposed to be on probation.
The
It's so
oppressive weight of
fucking
ether is
weird.
gone.
We're out! We're finally out!
Faithen got the time and location spot on. Hey, you two! Get in the car!
Neat. I could have done better. Where the fuck is all this shit? Polychrome. Huh. Did I miss an item? Yeah, I will say I do like coins a lot. I wish America had more interesting coins. Our coins suck.
You're here. Perfect timing.
You didn't time it very well, Nicole. We've been waiting for quite a while.
That wasn't fast enough? I put my foot down through every normal R255 green light. Oh, right. I made sure I wasn't followed the whole way.
Ambi, what does an R255 green light look like?
It's the same color as your jacket.
Nicole, they've both been extracted. I guess it's time to pay up.
Not so fast. That's not what we agreed on. The commission was my people and the client's item. You've only completed the first half.
Oh? We still have to bring something back? Do you remember that, Wise?
Hey, talking like that isn't good for your reputation, you know. The commission isn't over.
Their
until we get
voices
that
are so
strongbox back.
similar sometimes. It's fucking... I'm having trouble fucking differentiating by audio alone if I'm not looking at the subtitles of who's
According
like
to what we
talking.
saw before extraction, the strongbox should be in the territory of a highly dangerous ethereal. The White Star Institute has it registered as Dullahan, a superior ethereal.
Am I just gonna keep rolling with this until someone tells me what's actually happening, or is this just one of those, yeah, just another job video games where it doesn't actually matter that much? Because I'd be fine if that's the case, where we just fucking kick back, buy a pizza, and the next job is completely unrelated to the previous one. And maybe this comes back in like fucking 50 missions from now, where it turns out, oh, maybe we shouldn't have given that box over to the fucking shady corporate
We'll
scumbags,
find out soon
right?
enough.
Neat. That's actually pretty cool.
So, it's a weird-looking necklace that's actually a flash drive?
That's right. It's a mini storage device. It's Silver's. I picked it up in the building before I got out of 14th Street. I noticed it before.
Yeah, her voice
He
changes
always had
a
it on
lot
his
from
person,
line to line.
so it
I
must
feel like
be
those
her.
must have been recorded
I
on
bet
different
it has
days.
something to do with the strongbox.
But it suffered some damage.
It's a fucking USB drive. No shit, those things are fragile as fuck. Sometimes they break just being taken out of the
Nathan,
computer.
Can you do some of your magic?
The HDD is mainly used to
Also, what
process
year
holo
is it?
data. But if we only need to export what's in the flash drive.
Well, yeah, it's fucking
Hey, sis.
2057, but we're
recover the
still
data with
using
the
USB
proxy network's
2.0,
computing power.
right?
Great! It's a deal then. We'll try to locate the strongbox in the hollow. We'll come find you when we learn something new. Let's just go our separate ways until then. Oh, don't forget to extract the data from the flash drive, though.
See ya, manager.
Goodbye.
Great. See, this is why would the conversation we were just having right here. It's inexplicably not voiced anymore, but, you know, why couldn't we have just been having the conversation like this? Was there anything really lost from having it like this, aside from the voice acting? Hey, wait, is she playable, or is it just like you fucking leveled up your S-Link? Whatever. Alright, let's take a look at the environment. That's very environmental. Jesus fucking Christ. Really? Let me anyway. Wasn't expecting that reference, but sure. Fucking Eric Andre in the year fucking whatever. Okay, so that'll come back later. Why is it out by the dumpster? Also, we all fit in this car, huh? Oh, it's a stick shift. Neat. I'm actually surprised they went through the effort of giving it, like, a relatively well-modeled interior. No seatbelts, though. Okay, sure. Can I examine this? No? Okay, fine. Alright, let's see what else is in here. Not time to do this. Not time to do this. Can't examine the bike. Okay, fine. I really wish it would stop doing that. That's gonna happen every time I fucking touch a door, isn't it? I keep wanting to say Weiss instead of Wise. I think usually when a character has Wise in their name, I'm used to something following it up, like Wise Man. Okay. Oh, what? Okay, fucking, shit. Neat. How many of these are real? No, these are probably all fake. Yeah, these are all... Okay, so it's an online bounty board. Okay, sure. Oh, I see. So is this character level or what? Also, can I change my avatar? That's not terrible, but it doesn't look like it. Maybe? Oh, I can. Cool. I'm not really fucking vibing with any of these. I guess this one? Unlocks new difficulty. Interesting. Alright, sure. Why did we need to do that? I didn't click on that, but okay. Great. Just an excuse to go fucking hit the button. I wonder if there was a way to back out of that. Recording software, codes. Okay, sure, fuck it. I don't, man. Okay, so I do get Nicole, right? Or do'n't I? Meet the requirements to unlock a new trusted. Okay. That shit fucking. Eh. Okay, weird. Okay, this is your fucking. Compendium of all the bullshit. Got it. Oh, you can just fucking... Oh, the story items. I thought it was, fucking, cutscenes. I'm sure there's a way to replay cutscenes in here somewhere. It'll probably be related to TV or something. Oh yeah, does this do anything else? Oh, more buttons. Cool.
Standing by.
I have two.
Need something?
Okay,
My
so she
services
is
are
in the thing
expensive.
now.
Good day.
I'm sorry.
Can I rotate to fucking... Okay. Those are moves, I'm guessing. This whole film reel fucking cassette futurism thing is a bit weird. Personal homepage. No, that's not it. Aha! Month. Can I change this? Oh, okay. Fucking Christ. It's always got to be difficult. Where's the... tilde? Don't have any of those yet.
Standing by.
I guess I'll fucking keep her for now.
Don't look at me.
More! Ah, fucking hell. Oh, there's another thing. Wait, shit. It's a little irritating. Okay. What does that mean? Okay, this is all... You have to do the fucking story shit first. Holy crap, do I have to click on every single one of these fucking things? Why is there no clear all fucking new banners option? Storage. Wait, no. Agents.
Standing by.
Did I unlock a new one or something?
Ready for.
Let's take a break.
Standing by.
Like, what does it want me to do here?
Need something? My services are expensive.
Sure. Huh. Interesting. In-game achievements that are actually worth items. At least I do appreciate that, at least. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. I guess I'll go outside. I need to change that. That is so irritating. City looks cool, if somewhat normal, actually. This kind of reminds me of the place I grew up. Just a little bit. Oh, the gacha is a physical location, huh? Doggo. Oh, I thought that was gonna be like a thing that makes him speak English or something. Okay. Neat. God fucking damn it, cat. Yeah, you're not the only fucking person with a maid outfit. Anyway, what does I want now? Was there anything else to do there? Oh, yeah. I was trying to interact with the fucking person standing next to the shop, but whatever. Okay, can I change that fucking... in my goddamn... No. Pressing that doesn't appear to do anything. Audio. Thank you. Oh, right. Cool. By unlock, I'm going to assume that means I can just fucking like do this remotely rather than actually have to do it at the shop, because the phrasing unlock seems weird, because otherwise it would say like visit, right? Very weird. Bardic Needle. Okay. These do look really familiar, though. I like the design of those album covers. Actually, the aesthetic in all of this is pretty fucking awesome. Can't pet the cat. Alright. Godfinger. Man, I'd play that. What was it, like One Finger Death Punch? What? So those just exist? I feel like they should know better. Can I get any more information than that? I mean, yeah, I'm a proxy. I'm just a fixer. I just route dudes to whatever problem needs solving. Like, I'm not the person going out and getting the damn things. Wow, that reminds me a lot of the OCP logo from RoboCop. That's probably intentional, though. Alright, let's take a look around. I wonder how many of these stores you can actually go inside. That one doesn't look like it's modeled that much to like any real degree, so I'm gonna assume you're probably not gonna go in there. Well, maybe. Looks like there's some big tube in the center of it. Yeah, you might go in there actually. Who knows? Now, I know that marker is telling me to go that way, but I'm telling me to look at everything else. Oh, you don't... There's no player collision. That's weird. I feel like... we probably could have gotten around that. Wow, there's no verticality in this game. Jeez. And straight up just invisible walls. Okay. Not super impressed on that front. Hell yeah. Time to put the fucking raccoon ears on. Oh. Baz, what are you doing in there? Yeah, my fucking cat's a dumbass. He would totally crawl into a trash can and fucking forget how to get out. Huh. Neat. All I see are chips. That place is decently well modeled. I'm surprised they went to the effort. Usually modeling interiors of buildings you can't actually go into is like the definition of wasted resources. Okay, that is just a JPEG. That one isn't modeled. That's fake. But the rest of them, like... Well, obviously these buildings you can't see into. That's also a JPEG. I'm gonna assume anything not on the main street isn't gonna have any real level of detail to it. Oh, that's kinda cool. Fucking chair made out of old skateboards. That's pretty sick, actually. And I can't think of anywhere in the fucking world you could just leave your guitar sitting out in public and it wouldn't get stolen within like an hour. Like, genuinely, I could not think of a single place on Earth. And like, I'm not talking about like on private property or like in a center where there are like tons of people watching. I'm just somewhere, like, this looks like a fucking construction site, like under a bridge. Like, yeah, no, fucking, that would be gone like the minute you took your eyes off of it. Like, not a chance. Huh. Okay, so this is... You probably won't go inside there, but there might be something associated with it. That's not what I was trying to do, but okay. Is this why she asked me to lend her money? Fucking great. But were you actually sad, or did you just want ice cream? Because I respect the hustle, but also fuck you. Okay, I did like in Star Rail how every single trash can had like bespoke dialogue for it. It reminds me of the spittoons in West of Loathing. Also, I notice I can't actually get any items out of them, which makes me think that it's just to make fun of people who checked every single garbage can in fucking... Star Rail. I'm getting distracted. Why couldn't I have made a custom character? Ah, I like her design. Coveralls on the fucking, like, tech character is always a good pick.
Hello and welcome.
She looks like a fucking Pokemon character. Like those facial proportions,
Val,
the
you're
eyes
here.
and the chin
Perfect
specifically.
timing. My boss says
Also
I need
the
your help with
bangs.
something.
But yeah, she looks like a really high detail Pokemon character. Then again, I don't know how detailed modern Pokemon characters are. I'm out of date because I'm old. The last Pokemon collection I was familiar with were Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum on the DS. Yeah, fuck you.
He wanted the message to be delivered verbatim, so here it is.
I found a new way to source awesome new gadgets.
I hate it when
sure you'll
characters
like
do
them.
this.
If you're willing to help, they should be available in the store soon.
Cool, is the store gonna be available soon? Cause, you know, access is kind of important.
What do I have to do?
Wait, I'm not finished
Now please, be finished.
This new path is blocked, and I've lost communication with the assistant I sent there. Could you help me?
Oh, I just realized her
I'll send more
coveralls are one of
details
those
soon.
fucking rabbit things. That's cool. That's a clever design pick.
That's it. Everything my boss
Because it makes
said.
sense with the design of the actual clothing and not just like the visual.
I see. There's something wrong with the gadget store's underground W engine business. A batch of goods must have fallen into a hollow, and they need me. to
Man,
clean this
everyone's
mess up.
losing their shit, huh?
I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it sounds like there was a problem with the gadgets they call W engines. Aren't they the ones
You
and
need to
your
fix the
friends are
gummy
collecting?
ship.
Since it's such an urgent request, boss said that apart from the regular payment, I can also give you a sample as a thank you gift.
Wait, this texture. This
Fucking
batch of
tired.
goods must be the latest W engine equipped with the 4th generation synchronous conduction device. It can release ultrasonic waves that effectively resonate with the active wavelengths of various ether
Cool.
weapons. According to official data, the average initial weapon performance can be improved by up to 44.21%, and the combat survival rate of personnel equipped with such gear can be increased by at least 30%. Anby? What are you doing here? Shh. Susie may be working here, but she has no idea W engines are weapons. Don't say stuff like that in front of her.
Huh? Ultrasonic
What
waves.
is she, fucking
Weapon
stupid?
performance?
She's got a tech distribution job. She has to know about the specifications of the technology. It's fucking important to be able to sell
It's
things
just
to
a game.
people that you know what they
You
are.
probably didn't know that, Susie. But you can use W engines to play board games. Each W engine has different stats assigned.
Man.
Oh, is it similar to playing pool?
Jesus
W
fucking
engines
Christ.
are round after all. Guys, hang on a sec. The boss just texted me, and he has a message he wants me to share with you.
Looks like I found a connoisseur.
Talk
Good
like a
gadgets
normal
truly
human
shine in
being.
the hands of someone like you. If you purchase one when the shipment arrives, I'll give you an exclusive customization.
Whoa, who would have thought the boss would get involved himself?
Thanks, but there's no need.
Man, that voice actor has
I
just
do
been
want to buy a
typecast
new
as this
W
character
engine,
type
but
forever,
even with
huh?
the account balances of the 3 of us cutting hairs combined,
Doesn't she
we
play
wouldn't
that
be
girl
able
in
to afford the
Nichijou with
latest
the
model.
glasses?
I just so happen to have one on hand. It's a thank you gift from the boss. It won't be of any use to me,
Actually, isn't
so
that
you can have
fucking,
it.
what was it, Yuki or Yuka or whatever? Also from Nichijou? I might be getting it wrong, but
Really?
they do sound like
This will
those
make dealing with
characters.
that superior
I should
ethi-
probably do the
I mean,
responsible thing and
player
check, but
a
I
lot
don't want
easier.
to. So I'm just gonna fucking assume that they are, so that I can continue to make jokes about it.
Oh, It sounds like you're planning to meet other W engine
Okay, yeah,
players.
it absolutely
With the
sounds
boss's
like it's
skillful
her.
Customization,
There's a
you'll
Yuko?
be sure
Yuko,
to
I
leave a
think.
lasting impression.
Study harder,
Just
Yuko.
hold on a sec. Sorry to keep you waiting. The gifted sample has been modified.
You got the fantasy tennis ball. Sure. Did I even do anything?
Yeah, I like this design.
'Cause it's green?
The design and color are perfect for you. It will surely work wonders in your hands.
Thank you. And the boss, too. I'll treasure it.
What the fuck is it? Oh, it's like
Ready
a
for combat.
fucking... Yeah, okay. Thank you. It's an optional part. Great. This is some aggressive railroading. And that's a neat consideration given the last game literally took place on a railroad. Okay.
Ready for combat.
Okay, fucking whatever, man. So am I essentially the idol group manager of a bunch of mercenaries? Because I can get behind that. Oh yeah, I still need to save those guys, huh? Okay, cool, great, thanks. Huh. Yeah, fucking been there. But I did get the massive Rebecca statue because I have a problem. Oh, I can actually go in here? Cool. Hey, didn't I see her outside? Bear man. Hey, you want to have sex in the fucking employee restroom? No? Okay, fine, just ignore me then. Yeah, it would be nice to have reliable infrastructure, huh? Fucking... Ugh. Oh, I can talk to the NPCs that don't matter. It didn't let me earlier. Hey! I like her haircut. I like how Let's, like, I'm interjecting into the conversation. Like, I'm gonna join you. Wait, she's supposed to be carefree, but she's got, like, the shy demeanor of, like, oh, but I couldn't possibly. Or wait, is the one with the fucking bangs supposed to be the serious girl? I thought it was supposed to be the blonde one, like, she's being like, fucking, it's like, no, but I'm on a diet, as opposed to, like, the meek, like, oh, I'm on a diet, though, or, like, the fucking, it's backwards. So they have little icons above their heads, whatever. Okay, no, yeah, you are the carefree girl, but the fucking goddamn, body language does not convey that at all. Also, I'm surprised I haven't seen any fan art of her given the fucking design of her, like, outfit and face. Yeah. I wouldn't expect that to be modeled. That would be a bit much. Is that supposed to be the inside of a stadium, or is that a reflection of the... What's that supposed to be? It's fucking... That doesn't look great. Anything over here? More people? Oh, I thought she was gonna make, like, a fucking thing about, like, pushing someone in front of a train car. Okay, whatever. Does this door open? No? Okay, fine. I thought it was gonna be like in Erie when you go to the train station and you have to fight Rumia, and she kicks your fucking ass because she can see in the dark. I should probably play the second game, huh? I spent so long fucking modifying the game's fucking inputs to work with a controller, and then fucking, like, didn't record any of it. You know how it is. Alright, is there anything else in the... Oh, hey, what's up? This isn't exactly a combat vehicle. Great. I love being a member of the Phantom Thieves! Anyway. What was I doing? Probably not. There's no way around it. It'll never be fixed. Damn you! Oh well. I guess I'll go home. What's in the window? Huh. Alright. Hey! And it changed it to be on the TV screen. Good. You have anything new to say? Nope. Man, this game's really afraid of verticality, isn't it? I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it doesn't matter that much, but, you know. It's one of those things that's just always noticeable. I feel like there's gonna be some big reference in, like, one of these things that I'm not gonna get because I didn't play very much of the other games. I mean, that's probably true for a lot of stuff, but, you know. Sure, fuck it. Ah, this is your gotcha bullshit. Yeah, where's the shark girl that everyone wants to fuck? And the wolf guy who looks like Nier if he was a furry. Can I get, like, a fucking full body view of what these characters look like?
Technical matters.
I thought she was holding a Chris Vector for a minute, but she's just holding some weird fantasy gun.
Headmaid Rena, at your service.
Booba! Look at these discount Toho characters.
Yes, I'll look. Hey, don't look down on me.
Is that Monica Rial?
You want to test my hammer? Hey, don't look down on me.
That's probably Monica Rial. Hey, I remember you.
Did you call me? Meow.
You're not as well animated as you were in the trailer.
Ready and waiting.
You're just another version of the character I already have.
I shall follow your orders.
You're hot. Okay. Shark. How many of those do I have? Fucking none. Great. Sure. This is a very strange way to do this. It feels like fucking Nvidia advertising a new graphics card.
An honored guest just arrived. Allow me, Lady Lucy, to entertain you.
Okay. You look like an Offspring album cover.
Sukaku reporting in. A pleasure to meet you.
Neat. I don't know how I feel about Pipe Great Sword. Like the big fucking, it's a block of metal with some pipes on it rather than being like a shaped sword or axe or whatever. I have mixed feelings about that kind of art style for like big weapons and stuff. So yeah, not terrible.
Time for some tail care.
Yeah, everyone wants the shark made. Huh. Oh, can I not, like... That's fucking weird. I wanted, like... a fucking... like, to preview the attack or something, you know? No, I don't give a fuck. Can I not do that? Is there no way to do that? To, like, see what the attack looks like? I assume it has a different animation. Huh.
Heading out? Yay!
And duplicates.